Hi guys, welcome back. Hugo here. So today we are going to drive on urban, city and highway, and we will use all the intelligent features of the XPeng. So ACC, adaptive cruise control, LCC, lane centric control, and also auto lane change and self park. All of that in this one single video. Let's go.
So let's start immediately. Let's go. Okay, destination is set. So I will show you the configurations as soon as we leave these, I don't know how to call it, urban city area, but there are so many holes in the road that I can't even show you guys anything on the screen because it's always jumping around. It's crazy. I think you can see with the camera in front of us how the streets are in this place here. It's crazy. So guys, as I said, today we are going to do, it's around 34 kilometers. It's 27 minutes here on the GPS. So we left 5 minutes ago, more or less, because I was inside the car preparing everything, but it's more or less that. I had 100%, so full battery, so we could also see the consumption of this combined trip. So it's going to be around now, so for this first trip, it's going to be around 10 kilometers on a urban city area and then 20 kilometers in a highway. I am doing these on eco mode, so let me show you. So I can show you already these. So since start, as you can see, we have currently 8 kilowatt hour, but we are doing at 2.9 kilometers for until now. Okay, let me show you here on drive. So we are in eco mode. So power response comfort, power steering comfort also. This means that I can drive with one single hand because the wheel drive it's very light. Then I have the brake pedal filled with a standard, and then I am using X pedal for the one pedal drive here. Okay, so I will not change any of these settings. Okay, I will just continue on this trip with these settings, and I will just use then the smart functionalities of the car. Mainly when we are in the highway, I will then activate them and use the adaptive cruise control, so ACC. I will use LCC, that it's the lane centric control, that is the system that keeps you inside the lane. And I will use also the auto lane change, so you just need to, in this case, signal the car that you want to change your lane, and the car will do it for you. And then finally, as soon as we reach to this first destination, I will use also the auto park feature, so that you can see also how the car handles that part. So today it's 24 degrees outside, so better. It's getting warmer here in Portugal. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I am with AC on auto and in 21 degrees, but I do have eco on. So let me just show you here. So if we go here, as you can see, we have there energy saving mode turned on. So at this moment we have made 6 kilometers and we have an average consumption of 9. Okay, so we are going to enter now in the highway. Let me just show you here. So since start we have 9.4 now, 9.5 in 6.2 kilometers. I will not activate now the ACC and LCC because we are going to end. So this is a very quick one. So as you can see, it's just downhill. Okay, this second highway now it's uphill, as you can see. So we had downhill and now uphill, and so currently we have 10 kilometers made, 10 kilowatts per hour also in the consumption. And we are going to start using now ACC and LCC. So I will activate. Okay, so it's activated, so I just did it twice, and now I will increase the speed to 120. Okay, so speed increased to 120. Lane change, auto lane change also. Okay, so now let me explain a little bit what is happening. So I have ACC and LCC turned on at 120. The car is driving by itself, okay, as you can see. So it is indicated by this blue zone here. The car, every 30 seconds, 45 seconds more or less, it will instruct me to put my hands on the wheel. So you will see me sometimes doing this so that the car doesn't get crazy. But I am now in self-drive, so the car is driving by itself. The reason why it is on 91 kilometers, it will increase a little bit now, as you can see. Okay, it's because we have ACC, that it's the adaptive cruise control. This means that the car will adapt in a distance that is defined by us here in my wheel drive. I can define the distance that I want to be related to the car in front of me. And as the car is moving slowly, then my car will adapt to that speed and move according to that speed, okay, even if it is defined to 120. Now I just made an automatic lane change again, so as you can see I am just overtaking that car, but the car is still maintaining the distance that I have with this one that I have now in front of me. So the car will be adapting every time to whatever it has in front of it. Okay, so if I change again the lane, okay, you will see that the car will start increasing speed until 120. That it's the speed that I have defined. So you can make these overtakes without any problem at all by doing this. Okay, so I will keep doing it. So I am moving faster than the car on the right side, so I will keep it like that. So our car is doing the self-drive fully. Okay, now I can move back again to the right lane. Okay, it informs that the lane was switched, so we are okay. And now let me show you a couple of things that you can do while you are in self-drive. So you can overtake the system if you want. So let's imagine that I want to drive a little bit faster than what I have currently without turning off the self-drive. So to turn off the self-drive, there is two ways. Pressing the brake pedal will turn off, or pushing the stalk up, it will turn off also the self-drive. So if I just press the accelerator, it will give you a message that it cannot control the speed while I am accelerating. So let me do it. You don't see it here, but it's on my face, that information that I am pushing my accelerator. So, and if I just change lane, I can do it by itself, okay? And then if I just release my pedal, it will accelerate again. And now it is braking because of this car, okay? So the system just puts the automatic self-drive on hold while I am overtaking the decisions by it, okay? So it's a nice system. So you can do whatever you want, and then as soon as you release the accelerator or the wheel drive, then the car will resume the self-driving as with the definitions that you had before, okay? So now I will take off. To disconnect it, you just need to, again, press the stalk up and self-drive is off, and I am back to manual drive, okay? So I am changing now the highway to another one. Okay, so let's activate again. Okay, it's active. Let me increase again to 120. Okay, and we are back on self-drive. And again, the adaptive cruise control is adapting to the vehicle in front of us. Okay, so I will overtake it without disconnecting the self. Okay, he left the lane. So as you can see, then the car will accelerate immediately, continuing inside the lane, and it will then increase the speed automatically and overtake the car. Okay, so in this case I didn't have to do anything. So let me give you information. So we have made 24 kilometers and we have an average of 20 currently. Okay, so let me do now. So again, the car is slowing down because of this one, but now I will overtake. So I am pressing the accelerator and I will change the lane. Okay, and then I will go back to the lane and I will release everything and the car will resume back to the driving assistance. Okay, so as you can see, it's very easy to, if you are in a situation that you prefer to do it by yourself or in a situation that you need to react faster, you can do it without even disconnecting the system at all. Okay, so and then the system will resume back to it. So I do believe that it's a nice implementation. Okay, so my considerations for the self-drive of the XPeng system is that it does very well on the highway, except on the turns that he is very cautious. Okay, let me try to exemplify. Let me try one thing. So we have no possibility change lane, so I will do, but he's not doing it only now. See, so the car waited for the information in the street to let him do the lane change. I don't know if you see well the screen in front of me, but it gives me the information. Oh, see it now? It slowed down to 113 because of the turn. Okay, so this was what I wanted to show you. So now I am on 120. Let's see in this turn if it will slow down a bit or not. This one it did well. Let's see on the next one. See? So the car is slowing down, so it's afraid of the turn of the cars. I don't know. So it is, as you can see, so it is speeding up, going down, speeding up, going up. It's a little bit crazy. Okay, so this is my bug point to make as a remark for the self-drive system. And currently we have a consumption of 19.5. Okay, I don't know, I have to leave now here, so let me disengage now. Disengaged, and now we are going to leave here.
Pass through the toll gate. At the roundabout, 200 meters turn. At the roundabout,
For the parking, let me just put it here and increase here. So to activate the self-park mode, you just need to drive slowly, okay? And you can activate it here by pressing this button, or I have it set also on this button here on the steering wheel, that it's the user-defined button that you can define for several actions. I have it defined for parking, okay? So I will show you first the car identifying the places where to park. Okay. So now that we are driving slowly, I will activate here and the car will immediately scan for places. Okay. I will go inside so that the car stays on the shadow, and the car will start identifying the places. Okay, let's already do this one. Okay, let me just set here. I will park here and set auto park and leave it to park. Okay, and the car will do it all by himself also. You should always be in control of what the car is doing, of course, but it does really perform well on these situations. Okay, so it gives you the information what he's doing. And that's it. Here we are. So perfectly parked, as you can see. Perfectly parked. And for the sake of the information here, we have made now 37 kilometers in 33 minutes with an average consumption of 18 kilowatt hour per 100 kilometers. Okay,
so guys, I hope you have enjoyed the video. If you did so, please like and subscribe. You know that it will help the channel. And of course, leave your comments over there on the comment section, and I will try to reply to every single one. And I will see you in the next one. Thank you again. Bye bye.